Girls, class 10 today I come with the first program in the arrays. In the previous class I gave a lecture on what is an array, definition of an array, okay, what is the need of the array, then how do we declare an array, how do we initialize an array, different types of array like one-dimensional array, two-dimensional array, three-dimensional array, four-dimensional. Java allows we the programmer to use multiple n dimensions, right? But according to your syllabus, we have one dimension and two dimension. For your kind information, in the reduced syllabus, the two dimension isn't there. So we are going to do the program only on 1D, one dimensional array. This is the first program. I am using an integer array. I'll talk about the program, the question first of all. What do we do? Input the name of the child, student. Class 10 years, you guys must be knowing you have 10 subjects. English 1, English language, English literature, second language, history, geography, mathematics, physics, chemistry, bio, and the 6th subject you have. How many? Put together 10 subjects are there. What I am going to do is there is only one way. Instead of taking E1, E2, E1 is shortest form of English 1, E2 is shortest form of English 2. Then second language, SN. Then afterwards mathematics, physics, chemistry, bio, history, geography, followed by 6th subject. Instead of 10 variables, I am using only one variable here, is called as SUB, means subject. Instead of using 10 variables, A, B, C, D, E, F, up to J, or E1, E2, English 1, English 2. SL means second language, MAT, mathematics, PHY, CHE, DAO. Instead of using 10 different variables, I am using only one variable called as what? Subject, which is an integer. I will be having 10 values. I am going to explain now. I will explain the question. Write a program in Java to input 10 subject marks and store it in an integer array, compute and display total and average of the student. What I am going to do is, when you give 10 marks, all the 10 marks will be available in the RAM. I am going to use simultaneously, concurrently. I have the first subject. As I give the first subject, total is 0. I give the first subject mark, 0 plus first subject. Becomes first subject marks. Then you give the second subject, first subject plus second subject gets accumulated. Then third subject, fourth subject. So what happens is, as I give the numbers, as I key in the values, as I input the values, it will be keep accumulating in a variable called as total. In a variable called as total. Afterwards, which is not written, it's part of the program, I am going to explain line by line to you, boys and girls. I repeat again, I read the question once again. What do I do is, write a program in Java to input 10 subject marks and store it in an integer array. Compute and display total of 10 subjects and average of the student. So first and foremost is, you must give the student name. Okay? So why am I using this statement? Program to compute total and average. That's a remark. What do I do is, import java.utilities.asterisk. What does it mean? I am importing a package called as java.utilities. Why that? One of the built-in ready-made class called as scanner. Here I am using the scanner. The scanner is part of a package called as java.utilities. Done? That's the reason the import statement has to be in the beginning of the program. Sir, it is not the beginning, first line is this. This is a non-executable statement. The moment you put double slash, compiler doesn't execute that, compiler doesn't execute that statement. It is a non-executable statement. Virtually speaking, actually speaking, realistically speaking, this is the first executable statement. Under the utilities, there are hundreds and thousands of classes are there. One of them I am using called as what? Scanner. I am creating an object called as INP. I repeat again. So inside the, I have a class called as total average. T-O-T-A-V-G, shortest form of total and average. Inside the class, I have a method called as main method. Public, static, void, main. Inside the class, this is the class which I wrote. We the user defined, that's why it's called as user defined class. Okay, boys and girls? If you use a ready-made class, scanner is a ready-made class. It is under the package called as what? Utilities. So I am importing them. There are two types of classes are there. The classes what we the users write are called as user defined class. Because we define them. There are some classes already written and kept for the sake of ready-made use of us. Like math.sqrt, math.abs. So it's already there. So we make use of them. It's called as ready-made classes given by Sun Microsystem. What do I do is I use a class called as scanner. I create an object called as INP. I create an object called as INP. First of all, I must your first variable, you have 10 variables. 1 plus 10 is 11, 11 plus 1 is 12, 12 plus 1 is 13 variables I declare. How do you get 13? Student. What is the first variable is called as name of the student. Here there are 10 variables are there, boys and girls note. SUB of 0. SUB of 0. SUB of 1 means subject 0. As I told you in the previous class, always the counting starts from 0, not from not from 1. So what happens is subject of 0, subject of 1, subject of 2. New is the one which reserves the space in the RAM. How many spaces? 10 spaces, 0 to 9. I am going to total them. I am going to find the average. Here are the inputs. I am sorry. Here are the inputs. What do I do it? First of all, I must input the name of the student. For which what I do is already enter the name of the student is there. What is that? Variable is name is equal to what the object name is? INP dot next or next line. Next or next line which will take the string. Name is a string, right? If it is next, INT means integer. Next float means float value. Next double means double value. If I write next line where n is an uppercase, that's a string. I input the name. After the name, what do I do is I begin the for loop. Why am I beginning the for loop? Why am I beginning the for loop? Because 10 subject marks we need to input. We need to input. That's the reason instead of 10 input statements, I begin a loop. What do I do? System dot out dot println enter I plus 1. What the I value is? 0. 0 plus 1. Enter 0 subject mark, enter 1 subject mark, enter second subject mark, enter 9 subject mark. Computer may start counting from 0. But you and I have the habit of starting always from 1. That is the reason I put I plus 1. I value, if it is 0, it will become 1. If it is 2, it will become 3. If it is 9, it will be enter first subject mark, enter second subject mark, enter third subject mark. So this loop will be executing how many times? 10 times. What is the array we are given? What do I do it? Please note, this is the object I created from the scanner class. With the help of the object, next integer means you have to input an integer number. That is, first subject marks, when I give it becomes subject of 0, subject of 1, subject, because it's in the for loop. This will be executed how many times? This will be executed how many times? 10 times. I'll tell you. TOT. This is the end of my. Please note. Here is a for loop. What do I do it? Computer will ask me, I value is 0. Enter 0 plus 1, enter first subject marks, first number you give, let's say 45. Okay? When I give, what happens is, total value already you initialized as 0. So, total value will be how much? 0 plus 45. 0 plus 45 will be how much? 45 will be. Okay? 0 plus 45 will be 45. Then afterwards it goes here. Next I. The loop comes to an end. Next I value becomes 0 plus 1 will be 1. Is 1 is less than 10? Yes. Enter second subject mark. It will ask you the second subject mark. I give here 55. Okay. As I give 55, what happens is already total was 45. Again I give 55. 45 plus 55 becomes what? 100. Again it goes here. It will ask you the third subject mark. When you get the third subject mark, let's say that 80. Third subject mark. So 100 plus 8 will be 180. Fourth subject mark, fifth subject mark. As and when you give the value, the marks get accumulated in a variable called as total. For example, in this case, you give 10 subject marks, all the 10 marks gets accumulated. Accumulated means what? 45 plus 55 is 100, 100 plus 80 is 180, 180 plus 20 is 200, 200 plus 100 is 300, like this. As I give the marks, it gets accumulated. Once 10 subjects are over, it comes down. Whatever will be the total gets divided by 100. Because why am I dividing by 10? Sorry, why am I dividing not 100? Why am I dividing by 10? Because there are 10 subjects happening. If there are 5 subjects, you have to divide by 5. There are 100 subjects, you have to divide by 100. You know the average or aggregate. So there are 10 subjects are there, so you add it and divide by 10. That becomes the average. Come down. Print the name of the child, print the total and print the average. So what happens is, this is what you need to, the most crucial statement in this today. What does it mean? Whenever I write this one, it's very, very important. Examination point of view. Examination point of view means ICSE 2021. Whenever I put the mark, the most crucial statement in this is, which has got more weightage. First you declare the array. Here I have an integer array which has got how many elements? 10 integer values. What is the name of the array is? SUV, shortest form of subject. SUV0, SUV1, SUV2, SUV3, SUV4, SUV5, SUV6. How many times are there? SUV10 means, SUV9, 0 to 9. So it will go up to 9. As it be the marks, it gets accumulated in TOT. TOT is shortest form of total. Once this is done for 10 times, it comes out total divided by 10.0. Why am I taking 10.0? Because AVG is a double value. So this is double value, this is also double. Even if you put 10, it's fine, that's correct. But I wanted to project as an intelligent boy and girl. Why? Because total is an integer value divided by a double value. The final answer is also a double. Double means what? A number with a decimal point. After decimal point, you will have minimum of, double is shortest form of double precision value. Minimum of 15 digits. Okay? 15 digits you can have. A very precise value. A precision value can be obtained. Double or float is same. But I told you in the previous, in the normal class itself. Okay, avoid using the float. Why? Is it not allowed? It is allowed. Whenever we compare two float values, though both the value can be same, the comparisons would be incorrect. That's the reason absolutely avoid using the float. Wherever there is a float, use a keyword called as, do not use a keyword called as float. Float is shortest form of floating point value. Double is the shortest form of double precision value. So I advise you to use double statement. Then display the name of the child, name of the student, total and the average. So this is what the declaring the array. And I am inputting the array. After inputting, I am finding the, this is the, it again the inputting array, the one more very, very crucial statement. Right? Okay, now I will do one more small program, boys and girls. There are 6 of you are there as a group of friends. I wanted to find out the average height of yours. Average height of yours. Right? Some can be tall, some can be short, some can be too short, some can be average. So imagine a group of friends, 6 of you are together. So I will take the first person, second person, third person, fourth, fifth, sixth. All the 6 persons' height and divided by 6. I get the average height of your group. What is the difference between this program and the next program? Here I am declaring the array and inputting the array. This program number 2, I will not declare the array. I will initialize the array. We know there are 6 students in your group. All the 6 students' height I know. So straightaway instead of inputting, I initialize it, which I am going to do the program number 2 in your arrays. Should I? Yeah. Boys and girls, the programs are very, very essential. You must copy down this. Okay? In the previous class I gave assignment, only 2 students have forwarded me. Only 2 students, Kaushal Chatri and one more boy. 2 of them are listening to this lecture. You guys, you boys and girls are not listening to the lecture at all. I gave a small piece of assignment. Only 2 students from class 10 has done. One of them is Kaushal, another one is one Raj student is there. Only 2 of them. None of them are listening. You are not watching. Okay, final time it will not come and break open the skull and put things. It will not, nothing will happen. No tuition will help you out. The epidemic may continue. So don't postpone things. Prepare for today itself. So what I want to tell you is, copy down this program and practice it. One more program, I will be doing it. Okay? One more program, I will be doing it. The program goes like this. Now, what I am going to do, boys and girls, is this. I am going to initialize an array. I will not be. This difference between the previous program and this program is what? Technically same. There you are finding the average of 10 subjects. Here you are finding the average of 6 students' height. Right? There you are declared the array and you are inputting the array. Here I will not be declaring the array. Instead, I will be initializing the array. Here I go. Write a program in Java to compute and display average height of 6. Six of your friends, right? What I am going to do is, I am not going to input. So if I don't input, I don't require input. When do I require the input? Whenever I use the scanner class. Am I going to input the numbers? No. So I don't require input. So what I am going to do is, class ABG short form average age. What the class name is? AVG AGE, average age. Can you see? If not, I will use the word job list. Add class average age. What do I do is, public void main. Whenever you write strings, S has to be uppercase, boys and girls. I am sure you will be knowing that. I am using main method. Inside the main method, what do I do is, I am going to use 3 variables. Total age double average equal to 0.0. This is what? Integer. Please note, boys and girls, here I am not inputting, instead I am initializing an array. I have an integer array called what? Age. Age of 0, age of 1, age of 2, age of 3, age of 4 and age of 5. 0 to 5. How many of them are there? 6 of them. So this could be, instead of using integer, I will use double 5, because your height will be, how do you want to give? You want to give integer or you want to give? Because what's your height is? 150 centimeters, 152 centimeters. You can give if you want as integer. If you want, no, you have diameter, so I have 5.2, 5.6, 5.9, right, 6.2. If you wanted to give in terms of decimal, you must write it as a float or double. I will write it as double because in the previous program we have used integer, now we shall use double. Why double or float? But it is same. Okay. Double means what? I am going to use double precision array. am using double? Because number with decimal point. The 0th person is 5.2. Then 5.6. 4.11. 5.01. It should not be 5.02, it should be 5.0206, right? 4.11, 5.10, 5.0. This is the age or height. I'm sorry, it's not age. I'm sorry. I'm missing anything. I'm sorry, boys and girls. Here we are going to find the average age of a student, right? Or average height of a student. Average height we do. It's not average age. Instead, what we do is average height we do. AVG is sort of form of average without leaving a space. HEIGHT, average height of students. Okay, in this of total height, HGT. Even if we give total age is fine, but whenever we give the variables, see to that it's appropriate to the question. Okay, now what do I do is total height, average, double height, HGT. First person height, second person height, third person height, fourth person height, fifth person height, and sixth person's height. Please note 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 0 to 5, how many of them are there? 6 of them are there. Now I am going to use a formula. For integer I is equal to 0, I is less than 6. Less than 6 means what? Up to 5. 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So 6 of them, 5 plus plus. Whenever I use this, what does it mean? What do I do is total height. What is the variable is? HGT. Total height is equal to total HGT plus what is this? H of I. What happens is I value will be 0. Total height will be 0. 0 plus 0. Height of 0, height of 1, height of 2, height of 3, height of 4, height of 5. How many times will it do it? It will do for 6 times. I am not giving anything. If I do not give open and close braces, only one statement will do how many times? 6 times. Afterwards, what do I do is, what the average variable is? AVG is equal to total height divided by 6.0. So what I am going to do is system dot out dot print ln. What I am going to do is average height of 6 students or friends is equal to AVG. That's all. What you need to know is, what you need to know here, boys and girls, is this. The difference between the previous class. Write a program in Java to compute and display the average height of 6 students. 6 friends. 6 of your friends. 6 of your friends. What I do is, total height will be 0. Average. These two variables I am going to use in the future. So I am initializing them. I am declaring them and initializing. It's called as dynamic initialization. Here is a array called as XGT, short form of height, which will be of double. Why it is? Because decimal point. The first person's height is 5.2, 5.6, 4.11, 5.10, 5.0 and 6.0. All gets added up. Okay, this is a statement for accumulation and it will get divided by 6, that will be the average, and this will be the average. This, boys and girls, the difference between the first program and second program is, The first program we declared the array and we inputted the array. Both are doing the average. The second program here what we do is I initialize the array. This is height of first person, height of second person, height of third, fourth, fifth and sixth. It gets accumulated and find the average or aggregate and display that. Why did I do this program? Both does the same, aggregate or average. The difference is one is of initializing the array, inputting the array, computing the total and average. Here also I am computing the total and average, but I am not declaring the array. I am not inputting the array. Instead, what do I do is I initialize the array. An array called as HDT, which is of double precision, right? Most importantly, none of you are watching this video. Only 2 students have responded in the previous class. You guys are not listening. Pause this video, copy down this program. If classes resume, my first and foremost job is everybody's notebook. I will see the program which has been done on the blackboard. A lot of labor has gone in. Don't take it easily, boys and girls. Don't wait for the last minute. Take care of yourself. Keep practicing the programming. Bye-bye. All the best.